I want to share a deeply personal journey with you, and that's my journey to Fairway Mortgage. For my career prior to Fairway Mortgage, I was a bank loan officer. That was all I knew. And I started at Wells Fargo, and as that came to a screeching halt due to everything that had happened at that time with Wells Fargo, I wanted to stick with the bank. And so I ended up taking a sales management position with Fifth Third Bank, thinking that that was the way to go. Well, within 6 months, I clearly understood that I had made a painful mistake and I was wrong. The stress was just overwhelming. I had gained 20 pounds, my blood pressure was soaring, and I was actually on anxiety medication just to get through the day. The toll on my family and on my marriage was just undeniable. I was on the brink, and my career, well, going to the bank and going to Fifth Third actually cost me more money than I made. My life was just feeling like it was crumbling in front of me. My production had dropped significantly, and I was actually losing referral partners, past clients, and relationships that I had because of the bank's terrible operations and current state in their ability to close a mortgage. I knew I had to get out of the bank, but I had no idea where I was going to turn. So I started applying to financial consulting positions, other mortgage positions, but also anything. I was desperate to find a place to call home and a place I could be comfortable and get off this anxiety medication, get my health back on track, and just get my life back together again. And I actually remembered a friend of mine that I had met through networking that was a loan officer here at Fairway Mortgage. And that sparked me to take a look, see who her manager was, and reach out and see what was going on. After meeting with Tom and Ken, the leaders of the local branch, I just felt a spark of hope. Like I got a little bit of me back. And that was just from the conversations before I had ever decided to join Fairway. Thing was, Fifth Third Bank also felt really good before I got there and I realized what I was really getting myself into. So I wanted to make sure to take the time and research and learn more things because I didn't want to be a loan officer that's jumping from job to job. I wanted to find a place to call home that I could build my career, stay there for a long period of time. In fact, I was looking for a place that I could retire. Crazy part about that is during that time, my wife was actually pregnant with our second daughter. And so I had to make some decisions quickly. So as the pressure was on, it came down to two companies, Movement Mortgage and Fairway. That's who I narrowed it down to. To be honest, I was actually leaning towards Movement Mortgage just because I knew a lot of people that worked there. The church I belonged to had a lot of employees that work there. And so I knew a lot about it and their culture seemed really great. The craziest thing happened. I was actually set to meet with Tom and Ken, the guys I had met from Fairway Mortgage, to tell them that I was going to Movement. And about an hour before that meeting, I found out that Movement's insurance wouldn't had kicked in time for the birth of my daughter. So that caused me to second guess. And I told him that. And Fairway Mortgage was able to do what they needed to do to get my insurance kicked in time to cover the birth of my daughter. Wow. Looking back, such a little simple thing that made an impact on the rest of my life because, man, I am so glad that happened and I chose Fairway Mortgage. Since joining Fairway in 2019, my life has completely changed. My production has almost tripled. I am completely off anxiety medication. My blood pressure's under control. I'm down about 25 pounds and feel probably the healthiest I've been since my early 20s. One of the most important things I love about Fairway is their core values, and family is at the top of that list. One thing that they've been able to give me is my time back, so I can spend more time with my daughters, of which I have 3 now, and my family, and being able to not have to worry about what's going on in the background, if my clients are going to close on time, or what's going on with any mortgages in process. My marriage has never been stronger, and well, sure, I still face stress, and we all do. The stress is no longer from the company that I work for. I will be forever grateful to Tom, to Ken, to Jake, the people that gave me a chance here at Fairway Mortgage and have completely transformed my life. This place truly stands by its core values, and it's a place that truly means what they say when they say family first. It's probably the first company I've ever worked for that honors every word they say. Otherwise, they just won't say it. It's not just lip service. It's the standard, and it's how they do business here at Fairway. So this is my true why. Why I'm at Fairway. It's not just a job, it's a community. It's so much more than that. You take everything, the nonprofits and all the great things that we do here. This is why I choose Fairway, and this is my Fairway family.